Hello boys and girls of grade 6. I am Miss Martina Archisemple and we will be looking at vertebrates. In our previous lesson, we learned about mammals, amphibians, and reptiles. We learned about the characteristics and where they live and so on. Today we're going to look at birds and fishes, and we're going to look at parts of a fish and the function in detail. So please take out your notepads, put on your listening ears, and let's ready to learn. Okay. First, we're going to talk about birds. We know that birds are vertebrates because birds have backbone. What are some characteristics of birds? All birds are alike. They are alike in the following ways. 1, they are warm-blooded. Yes, they are warm-blooded like you and I. Their bodies are covered with feathers. They breathe by lungs. They have beaks but no teeth. Yes, they have beaks but no teeth. They have wings which help them to fly. They lay eggs on land. Their young are hatched. And the fastest running bird is what? Yes, it's an ostrich. It's known as the road runner. Yes, and some examples of birds are turkeys, hens, pigeons, blue saki. Right, and you boys and girls know many more. Yes, we're going to continue looking at parts of a bird. Now we know that parts of a birds have beak, that long pointy thing that has all shapes and colors, right? And then they have the crown, they have eyes, they have the secondary feathers, they have their throat, their breasts, they have feet, they have tail, and they have primary feathers as well. And they have wings. Yes, those are some parts of a bird, parts that we can see, the external parts, right? Let's now look at fishes. What are the characteristics? What do fishes have in common? Now they are all alike in some ways, and they are cold-blooded. Their bodies are covered with scales. Yes, their bodies are covered with scales. They breathe by gills. They live in fresh water as well as salt water. They lay eggs in water, and their youngs are hatched. They have fins which help them to swim. Okay, here we have a picture showing parts of a fish. Each part of a fish has its own function. We have the nostril, the eye, the mouth, the spiny rays, gill covers. Then we have the pelvic fin, the pectoral fin, and we have the anal fin. On the back, we have dorsal fins, soft rays, spiny rays. In the middle of the fish, there's a line that is called the lateral line, and the part that we call the tail is called a caudal fin. Yes, it's called a caudal fin. So the scales, the caudal fin, the pelvic fin, the nostril, mouth, gill, dorsal fins, lateral fin, and the pectoral fin and the eyes. Those are different parts of the fish. Scales protect fish from injury, much like skin on human body. Then we have the eyes. The eyes of a fish have large round pupils which do not vary in size. Then we have the nostril. They lead into organs of smell, which are as a rule very sensitive, so that a fish can detect the presence of food in the water at a considerable distance. Mean from a far distance they can smell food, right? Then we have the mouth. Now the mouth serves for taking in food, just like our mouth, yes. So also for breathing current of water. Gills. What does the gills do? A fish breathes by closing the gills and opening its mouth to take in water. The lateral line. Lateral line used to feel low vibration in the water. Used to feel what? Yes, the low vibration in the water. So we have the fin, the caudal fin, the pectoral fin, the pelvic fin, and the dorsal fin. Fins are usually the most distinctive anatomical features of a fish. Fins located in different places on the fish serve different purposes, such as moving forward, turning, keeping an upright position, or stopping. Most fish use fins when swimming. The flying fish use the pectoral fins for gliding, and frogfish use them for crawling. Yes. This would have brought us to the end of this lesson. For the boys and girls who would have missed out from the beginning, here is a recap. We talk about birds and the characteristics of birds, and we said all birds have these things in common. They are warm-blooded, their bodies are covered with feathers, they breathe by lungs, they have beaks but no teeth, they have wings which help them to fly, they lay eggs on land, the youngs are hatched, and the fastest bird is an ostrich. Yes, it's called a road runner, right? Yes. And we talk about some examples of birds, and I know you know them. Yes, things like turkeys, hens, ducks, macaws, parrots, kiskadee, blue saki, right? All of those are birds. Then we talk about the parts of a bird. Birds have beak, they have throat, they have breast, crown, eyes, back, they have secondary feathers as well as primary feathers. Now the primary feathers are the larger feathers, while the secondary feathers are the small tiny feathers, right? And they have wings, right? And they also have tail feathers and feet. We then looked at fishes, characteristics of fishes. Yes, so all fishes are alike in the following ways. They are cold-blooded, their bodies are covered with scales, they breathe by gills. Yes, they live in fresh water as well as salt water. They lay eggs in water. Their youngs are hatched. They have fins which help them to swim. Right. Then we name parts of the fish. They have scales, caudal fin, pelvic fin, nostril, mouth, gill, dorsal fin, lateral fin, pectoral fin, lateral line, eyes. Those are different parts of a fish. Then we even talk about what the scales and the eyes and the nostril do? Scales protect fish from injury, such like skin on the human body. Then we talk about the eyes. The eyes of a fish have large round pupils which do not vary in size. Nostril. They lead into organs of smell which are as a rule very sensitive, so that a fish can detect the presence of food in the water at a considerable distance. Means that if you're throwing food a very far off, they would recognize and they would sense that thing and they would go there. Then we have their mouth. The mouth serves for taking in food, also for breathing current of water. The gills. A fish breathes by closing the gills and opening its mouth to take in water. Yes. Then we have the lateral line. The lateral line used to feel low vibration in the water. Then we have the fins, all the different fins. Fins are usually the most distinctive anatomical features of a fish. Fins located in different places on the fish serve different purposes, such as moving forward, turning, keeping an upright position, or stopping. Most fish use fins when swimming. Unlike the flying fish, use the pectoral fins for gliding, and frogfish use them for crawling. Yes. Okay, boys and girls, that would have brought us to the end of our lesson for today. I am Miss Martina Archisemple saying bye for now.